Welcome to Keystone Eats, the podcast that brings you the latest and greatest information about Pennsylvania food and beer. Join me, the host, Alex, alongside my co-hosts, Danny and Joey, as we try out all the greatest from the restaurants and breweries in Pennsylvania and let you know if you need to try them too. Grab a beer and drink along on Keystone Eats.
Hello, and welcome to the podcast all about Pennsylvania food and beer, Keystone Eats. Joining you live from my bedroom, not live, this is edited, is me, Alex, your host, and joined by my co-host, the Daniel Rosa. Hello, Dan.
Hello, hello.
This is weird because when we started this, it was in your office, and now we are at home by ourselves.
In the comfort of our offices, well, your bedroom.
My bedroom office.
Your future office.
Future office.
We decided
I'm on
to
a
start.
dresser.
We decided to start a podcast at a perfect timing where we can't see each other for a little bit.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty awful.
And our third co-host.
Yeah,
he's
he'll probably be absent for a little, right?
Yeah, he's not in the best living quarter situation. He sold his house, and I don't really even think he has a personal computer, and he doesn't have a good mic set up or anything. I think he just has his wife's computer. So
yeah, so we'll kick him out for a little bit, but hopefully once the world is back to semi-normal, we will be back in a very normal recording situation.
So, what are you drinking today? What did you find?
Yeah, on my trips out into the world where I have to continue working, I'm still in the grocery stores. I'm still looking at.
Because you're essential.
I am an essential employee. So are you. So the last.
Yes. We the three of us are essential. Yes, luckily.
Yeah. So we're all still working. Yeah. I've perusing my grocery store's beer selection, and they have I wouldn't say a hefty local section, but they carry a couple local brands.
If you know what you're looking for,
yeah.
If you don't know what you're looking for, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, and even looking through the shelves there, I've noticed a couple names I haven't even seen yet. So I was at our good old local Giant the other day, and I saw they had some Saucony Creek beer on the shelf. So I grabbed a couple bottles, and so you were down there. Did they do curbside pickup or?
In the current situation, they have all the tables kind of pushed to one corner. And then they kind of have like little green tape to do your social distancing. And I think they probably limit the amount of people in there. But I got there, it was like a Tuesday after work, so 6 p.m. and I was the only one in there. And then I just sanitized my hands, go in there. I was like, hey, I'm going to get some 4-packs. They're like, yep, no problem. I'm sure they probably control the amount of traffic that goes in and out of there, but they're still doing takeout, curbside and all that.
It's nice that they're I'm sure everywhere is still doing service. I went down to one of my local breweries and did curbside pickup a couple weekends ago, and you ate lunch there, and just trying to support those places and not go to McDonald's or Taco Bell and instead do these restaurants that can't stay open. It sucks.
It's not what anyone ever expected. Yeah, luckily in our area, they're pretty good. I mean, as long as the brewery has some type of distribution, they're pretty good. Like the Giants and your supermarkets are good on carrying local breweries and stuff. But yeah, the other facilities are doing curbside. Like my wife today just went and got wine at a local winery near us too. So it's not just beers that are doing it. So I mean, she went and supported her favorite winery. Yeah, it's just pretty funny how we both happen to choose Saucony Creek.
Hey, I mean, we've been there plenty of times. We know their stuff is really good. So it's
definitely worth checking out. Their food's really good. It's a very small menu.
Yeah, they do a smaller menu. Not too many items. It's
farm to table. They're not telling you that like just as a marketing scheme. Even like I'm reading their story here on the website. They actually, one part owner actually has a farm. So they use the ingredients, they grow it, they make the beer with it, the food. They're using all the ingredients that they actually own.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty awesome.
I didn't know that. I knew they were. They tried to stay local ingredients, but that's nuts. That's commitment right there.
Yeah. So they really try to support like the town of Kutztown that we're in, and now they opened the second one in Reading, 690 Franklin Street.
Okay.
And that opened this past summer.
I saw some pictures of it. It looked like a cool place.
Yeah. Their menu's small, but like I said, they're literally making their own ingredients and working with local businesses and farmers and friends, and they're building these local relationships and really try to support the community. And they have funny names for their beers and stuff like that. It's just a cool place to hang out.
There's always a unicorn, a Pegasus. Then what's the other name they swing out there sometimes?
Let's see, they got Dad Jokes Brute IPA. Oh, there it is. Unicorn Stomping Lanternflies.
There we go. Yeah.
That's pretty good. See, I feel guilty about lanternflies. I think they're pretty cool looking, but my wife, no way, man. If she sees one like 10 feet away, she'll charge at it and kill it.
They're cool looking, but you gotta kill those things.
Yeah, I know.
Evil little bugs.
I just feel bad.
So why don't you tell me about the beer you're drinking there, Dan?
Beer I'm drinking is Pegasus on inline skates. It has a 6.4 alcohol. The color would be goldenish. It's a little hazy looking on this color SRM here. I don't know. We got to look at what that means. They have it rated on a 20. Their website is fabulous, by the way. And then the bitterness IBU is 30. They call it, their story is a hazy hoppy smoothie style IPA that refreshes you and fuels you with notes of vanilla, mango, and a subtle milk sugar sweetness, which you definitely feel. It doesn't feel like you're, I don't know. I keep saying I'm not like the biggest fan of IPAs, but I always get them, so I guess I am. But it has a very, I guess that description is perfect, like smoothie style. Like it is very smooth. It smells very fruity. It has the mango, and you definitely get that hint and that sweet lactose, that like sugary taste. It's really good. It's a really good, smooth beer. I can only imagine, sitting by a fire and drinking it.
You're really always sitting by a fire and drinking a beer, though.
Not lately. I tried to start one the other day. They wouldn't catch. I gave up.
That's because I wasn't there.
Yeah, pretty much. I chopped down a bunch of trees, so I have a bunch of wood, but I think they were a little green, so I was a little patient,
give it some time. Looking back at the SRM, which is the standard reference method.
There we go.
They classifies beer by color from pale straw to black.
Okay.
So there's the ABV, IBU, and SRM. There's a lot of acronyms in beer explanation.
Yeah. So 20 would be on the lighter scale because it's definitely a light beer.
Is that how it goes? 0 to something?
I'd imagine, because is yours a darker? No, yours is pretty light too, I guess, because on yours I'm looking at the 10.
All right, here. No, I got all the information you need. Each type of beer has a range it falls into on the SRM scale. Typically, each beer falls on the scale from lightest to darkest as such. 2 is a pale lager, all the way up to 40, which is an imperial stout. In between is 20, which is like a brown ale, a bock, or a dunkel.
There we go. I learn something every day. I learned maybe two things.
This is all news to me. I didn't know there were numbers to the colors. So we'll use that in the future. Why not? But what else are you drinking there? You had the Pegasus on. I have the Pegasus now. The other day I had 3, but the other one I'll talk about another time. But the other one I had that stood out. It's usually my go-to winter style beer, usually a stout, you know what I mean? So, sure. But they had the label looked pretty cool, and I like stouts, and I was like, I'll try it. So it's the Reserve Imperial Coffee Stout. And boy, that one hit me. I was feeling pretty good. It's a 9.5. The color is a 40. And the bitterness is a 50. Yeah, so it's max. It's pretty bitter. It's pretty strong. That sounds good. Does it have a nice coffee taste to it?
Yeah, it was really good. Pretty smooth. Definitely a little bitter, but it had that nice, coffee stout feel. But halfway in that can, you feel good. Nice. I can only imagine if we were like camping, you know what I mean? Sitting by a fire, but cold camping though, you know what I mean? Like a nice cold night. Yeah, it's like a good 55 degrees out. Little breeze going 50, by 40 degrees, you're sitting out there and you just kind of have that nice little beer. But description is, let's see, each year they try to refine it each year. They work with local brewery, local coffee roasters in the area. Okay. I wonder if they work with Four Monkeys Coffee, because they're located in Kutztown. I'd love to know, because it sounds interesting. But go on. But what they do is they cold steep nearly 1 pound of coffee bean per barrel of the Imperial Stout to bring out the rich, full-bodied coffee flavor. And then it has some hints of French chocolate, Belgian chocolate, Dutch cocoa, roasted coffee, and vintage port and passion fruit. That makes sense. Because it definitely wasn't just straight up coffee. It had a lot of bitterness, that rich, that's chocolate feelings.
That's a nice full flavor profile there. There's a lot to taste in that beer for sure.
And it was dark. It was pretty dark. I mean, the color scale don't lie.
Yeah, it's max, man. 40 SRM.
Yeah, I mean, I had 2, and I still felt, maybe I'm just a lightweight, but when I woke up the next day, I still felt a little bit just like, I don't know, I just felt crappy. I was just like, man, I don't feel right. And I was just like, I need to drink water.
You're probably just dehydrated. That's fair.
Probably. I mean, it was my day off. Usually at work, I'm pounding down water because I plan on coming home and running on the treadmill since I can't go to the gym. But then I get home and walk Hazel, and then Hazel, my dog. And then I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. That was about a mile. But then on my days off, I kind of just hang around, do some stuff around the house, and I'm not pounding down water. And then that day I decided to just pound down beer.
That's fair.
And yeah. That
was me. A couple days ago, I was out. It was actually some nice weather. I was out grilling, and fun story. It was I just opened my grill for the first time this spring to a big nest of mice.
Oh, wow!
Just chilling in the top there. I was like, son of a B word. I was trying to be nice, and I mean, it's mice. They're probably gonna get in my house and chew my wires or die somewhere anyway. But I didn't want to be the main source of their death, so I tried to move them.
That's surprising with how many snakes you have in your garage.
Let's not talk about snakes.
That'd be the last.
Well, that's why they're there. The snakes have food.
True. You need to get rid of the grill, and then you'll get rid of the snakes.
To the mice, to the snakes, it's a whole mess. But I finally got them all out. You live in the
country too, so
yeah. I mean, I'm right off the back of some woods.
Yeah.
I relocated them because I also, like you said, didn't want to fire up my grill with 6 mice and a giant, mice nest in there. But I got them out. They eventually all got out, and my grill has a lot of crevices. But anyway,
so did you just clean the grill and then heat it up and?
I cleaned it, and I ran it on clean mode for a good half hour. Get all the goop out of there.
Ugh.
I mean, I'm not sick yet, so I think I'm good. I ate all the food off the grill.
I mean, I guess mice is the least of our concerns right now in the predicament we're in. So
true. I mean, that's
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that is a test there.
I mean, the grill got up to 600 degrees. I would hope everything in there is dead. Same situation. I drank. I was like, I'm grilling them outside. It's nice. I'll just drink a couple beers. It was 5:30 at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
By a beer and a half, I was like, "Oh man!"
Yeah, it sneaks
I'm a lightweight now.
Yeah,
because I mean, like you said, we work full time. I'm going to school. We're always doing something. I don't have time to drink anymore.
No,
this is why I started this, to drink.
It's not like Joey who comes home and has a shower beer.
Has 14 Modelo's.
He'll bring a 6-pack or a case, a 12-pack case, and then be done. And he'll be he'll look like he's fine, but then you'll see him dirt napping at the end of the night. You're like, oh,
that's true. He'll be passed out
he
somewhere.
was not fine.
Yeah. No, it's just how he sleeps every night.
Yeah. He hits this point where he's super functional, and then it's just he's out.
Yep. Good night.
So you are drinking the Stonefly IPA.
Yes. I got a Stonefly IPA.
Has a little dragonfly label.
Yeah, it's a little creepy bug. No, you're right. It's a dragonfly. It's a very good beer. It's I would say their staple IPA.
Yes,
the one they always got on tap, ready to go.
Yeah, on the description, it's year round. It's a 6.8. The SRM is a 10, and it has a 60 bitterness.
Yeah, and that checks out. What kind of hops does it got going on in this bad boy?
Well, on the description, it is made with Cascade hops, Chinook hops, Sentinel hops, and Columbus hops. But also the nice thing about Stonefly is on the description here, Stonefly supports efforts of the Schuylkill Action Network by donating a portion of the proceeds to the Schuylkill River Watershed Restoration Fund to protect the water sources in the Schuylkill River watershed. So that's pretty cool.
Really need. Yeah, we need that.
So more reason to get that staple beer they have, because it actually helps our community.
Looking at the profile, I'd say it has a bit of a juicy flavor, a little bit of it's definitely a higher bitterness.
Would you say citrusy?
Citrusy, yeah, citrusy for sure. What else you got in there?
So we have on the flavor profile tropical, they describe it as melon and pine. I guess that little bit of bitterness there.
Yeah, you definitely get the piney bitterness. Definitely the citrusy tropical is there. And it's a nice lighter beer. Definitely a real good go-to. Real delicious taste to it.
They put work onto perfecting it, seems like. I mean, I know I've had that one. I just can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a year-round beer, so I'm sure it's really good.
For sure. And like you said, definitely a one of their trademarks, regular names that you can get year-round, like you said. So that's about wraps it up with our little short episode here. We just, like I said, we wanted to get behind the mics. I want to do an equipment test. We just got fresh new equipment. And
are you using the new mic?
Yeah, everything's new here.
No, I'm using my old school stuff.
That's fine. If in a normal situation, I would use my old school stuff because this is for more in person stuff. It's a lot to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to get behind the mics and get talking to you and get another episode out here because quarantining has been boring.
Yeah, we had to figure something out to get it out there. And like we said, curbside's still available, so got to go out there, support your local restaurants, your local breweries, wineries, whatever. Get out there and support the mom and pop shops.
But yeah, make sure you check out Saucony Creek. They're good people down there. I always enjoy going down there, grabbing a bite to eat, grabbing a beer, 6-pack to take home, trying out some flights, seeing what they got on tap. They're always super nice. They
got a very creative menu, like we said, local stuff. They got funny names. They're very, very strongly active in the community, and they go to a lot of shows. When things are back to normal, you'll see them out there. You start going to local, events and stuff like that. But they have their 2 locations. They have theirs in Kutztown, right on Kutztown Road, and then they have their new location on Franklin Street in Reading. Obviously now it's only takeout, but you come home from work, or if you're looking for lunch or dinner, give them a call.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode, and go check out Saucony Creek when now at curbside pickup or when the world is back open. Check out their locations, like you said, Reading, Kutztown, and enjoy. Let us know how you like them. Let us know if you like this episode. Let us know if you hate us. I don't care. I mean, give us some feedback. I would love it.
Let us know.
Let us know. Give us give us a follow. Let a friend know as well.
And give us suggestions. Tell us your favorite beers, your favorite breweries, your favorite restaurants to try takeout food. We're open to try anything.
Anything at all, as long as we keep it local. All right, then. I'll see you.
See ya.